I believe that the Atlanta Falcons need to grab a quarterback for the future. They need to grab a quarterback for the future, and there is a strong possibility that there will be a franchise quarterback available where the Atlanta Falcons are picking this year. And that franchise potential quarterback is Justin Fields. Justin Fields is a Georgia native. He actually played for the University of Georgia, but for some odd and crazy reason, Kirby Smart decided to take Jake Fromm for some reason. Fromm, I believe with 2 M's, over Justin Fields, and we see how that turned out. Justin Fields is the ideal replacement for the Atlanta Falcons for Matt Ryan. Because I believe Matt Ryan's arm is finished. I believe that his time in Atlanta has come to an end, and they cannot afford to make the same mistakes that the Pittsburgh Steelers are making. They're trying to the Pittsburgh Steelers are trying to hold on to Ben Roethlisberger for dear life. But you see, they can do that because Ben Roethlisberger has some Super Bowl trophies to his resume. Matt Ryan doesn't. He hasn't got you over the hump. You need a franchise quarterback. And what better quarterback that will be available than Justin Fields? He's actually almost the direct opposite of Matt Ryan. And there are certain things that Justin Fields does that Matt Ryan is absolutely incapable of doing. Am I saying that Matt Ryan is a horrible quarterback? No, I'm not. But his time in Atlanta has come to an end. He can't win the big games. He can't get you over the hump. He's not the quarterback that you want to continue to invest in for the future of this franchise. Let's talk about a few things. Let's talk about 4 specific things that Justin Fields can do that Matt Ryan couldn't do, even if you paid him $100 million per game. He couldn't do. Number 1, Justin Fields can win games with his athleticism. Matt Ryan can't. I have seen Matt Ryan have the opportunity to win games, to put points on the board by just being a little bit more athletic, running when he needs to run, and he refuses to. And I don't think it's just because he refuses to. I don't think he can. He's not that dude. But Justin Fields, oh my goodness. Justin Fields' athleticism is literally off the charts. I mean, he's arguably the most athletic quarterback in this draft, and he can win you games with his athleticism. Don't you underrate athleticism at the quarterback position. Russell Wilson wins games off of his athleticism. Patrick Mahomes wins games off of his athleticism. Deshaun Watson wins games off of his athleticism. Oh my goodness, Lamar Jackson off of his athleticism. And even Justin Herbert, the rookie, we saw him being able to extend plays and win games because of his athleticism. And Matt Ryan can't do that. The league is changing. You need an athletic quarterback unless you're Thomas Brady. You need an athletic quarterback behind center, and Justin Fields gives that to a football franchise. Not only that, but he's best outside of the pocket. The game is changing. There are not too many pocket passing quarterbacks. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league, arguably, and he makes his best plays when he's on the run and scrambling. The league has changed. Matt Ryan is not a great passer once you get him out of the pocket. Justin Fields, on the other hand, he's going to make his living in the league outside of the pocket. He's just as dangerous, if not even more dangerous, once he gets outside of the pocket than he is once he's in the pocket. And he's just as accurate. I would argue that he may be even more accurate outside of the pocket than he is when he is in the pocket. And the way the NFL is changing, the way the NFC South is shaping, you need a quarterback that can make plays and extend plays outside of the pocket. Justin Fields is your guy. Not only that, he's a walking highlight reel. When was the last time Matt Ryan was just making crazy, ridiculous splash plays? Does he get the job done during the regular season? 10 straight years with 4,000 yards? Yes. But when we're talking about a franchise quarterback, this guy checks the box of highlight reels. He checks the box of big splash plays. He checks the box of being able to take the momentum from the other team, suck the life out of the stadium when you're away, because he can make these ridiculous plays, whether in the pocket or outside of the pocket. And when you have a quarterback that is a walking highlight reel, that means more butts in the seats, people. I don't think too many people are no longer coming to Atlanta Falcons games to watch Matt Ryan. But if you draft Justin Fields, look out. Last but not least, one thing, or the fourth thing that Justin Fields can do that Matt Ryan can't do for this franchise, is that you will have a longer quarterback life expectancy if you draft a quarterback in the first round, let alone Justin Fields. Justin Fields doesn't have some type of serious injury history. Justin Fields is obviously a lot younger. Matt Ryan is not on top of the hill anymore. He's coming down, and some would argue that he has descended down already. So if you're an Atlanta Falcons team who have disappointed this city, have disappointed the city of Atlanta, and you look at your needs, yes, you need an edge rusher. Yes, you need secondary help. Yes, you arguably even may need some help on the offensive line, and you definitely need help in the backfield. But in the NFC South and in the NFL and in the NFC and the NFL in general, you cannot move forward as a franchise without your quarterback. Matt Ryan has a short ceiling. Justin Fields' ceiling is through the roof. If I was the Atlanta Falcons, I would pull the trigger. If I'm this new GM, I'm pulling the trigger, and I draft Justin Fields if he is available in the first round of the 2021 NFL Draft.